What's happening, knife freaks? That's McNeese. That's how he starts every. I love it, dude. What's happening, everybody? Here's our second ever installment of the YouTube live shit show that nobody's coming over to watch.
I see the picture of last week.
What's that?
The picture.
You just found the picture last week. So, oh, God bless.
Yeah, because I don't know where it shows that you're live now.
Yeah, I have no idea. Kevin's trying to figure out how to even watch this. My wife's here, my friend Dirty's here, and we're drinking beer. Well,
This content may be inappropriate from some users.
trust me, this content's inappropriate for everybody.
No?
So we just did our live on Instagram for at least for a little while. We're gonna try and do 2 live shows a night, which is dumb as shit. But I've lost all faith in Instagram. So we're gonna try and build a following here like we have over on Instagram. But Instagram's because Instagram sucks. This isn't the fan base we have on Instagram is fantastic. Instagram sucks. I don't trust them, and they're trying to fuck us over. So I'm hoping we can build that base over here, and that people that watch over there will finally come over here. From what I understand, the picture's way better, the view of the knives is way better, and the sound quality is way better. So my apologies, because that means you get to see my face better, and oops. So I'll try and do it like this for the rest of the show.
So OnlyFans starts at 11 then.
OnlyFans is at 11. But, so we're going to, the Instagram show, at least right now, we're going to cut out any comedy. We're going to cut out any, it's not funny anyway.
You look way worse in 4K.
I bet I do. But anyway, we'll try and step it up over here and maybe do some fun stuff. I don't know. And I say that, but the confusion of trying to do 2 shows and one's a little different than the other is fucked. I mean, really, fuck, yeah. All right, let's roll through for those that didn't watch the Instagram show. Let's talk about what's new. This beer's new. It's not a beer. This seltzer is new. So cheers to that. For those that don't know, I love beer. I've loved beer my entire life. I loved beer before I was born, and recently had to stop drinking beer because it doesn't love me back. It's been tough. So we're going to run through basically what's new, and we'll just kind of keep the same format, but we're going to do it at a much faster pace. So we got some new TM Hunt knives that are in stock. Ooh, that does show up much better. That's a Magua. If this is still there, I'm shocked. It shouldn't be. Beautiful Hagua. Check out that handle. Wow. Just put a link to the YouTube show on your Instagram announcement. Okay, I'll work on it. Sorry, I forgot. Can y'all see the comments?
I can.
Okay. Here's another Magua. We've got some really cool TM Hunt custom knives, so go over and check those out. They all come with custom leather sheaths. So, also, yeah, next up. So we have, this one was tough to show off in the Instagram show. This is the engraved tri-steps on the ZT562 tie. And these always turn out really cool. So I screwed up and listed these without putting, and listed it and then promoted it, but I didn't put any in stock. So for the first couple hours it said sold out. So they are not sold out, so definitely go check them out. This is the ZT562 tie engraved tri-steps. You done?
Yeah.
Oh. So
Yeah.
definitely check that out.
Restless Lakes to try.
Oh, whatever. Not listening to you. Did a big thing in the other show. Oh, by the way, the Instagram show did save this week, so maybe there's some salvation there. But I'm gonna work towards next week of trying to do both at the same time. The look I'm getting from Kevin on that is hysterical. So we also have these incredible Freeman 451 neck knives. I talked a good bit about that on the other show, but really ridiculously overbuilt. Very sexy neck knife. Very well done. Really well done on the bottle opener as well. Jeff just does everything to perfection. So,
Yes,
and
it's
for
a smaller-
$125, it's a steal. I mean, that is a steal.
It's a steal. It's a deal. It's fantastic.
Uh,
But yeah, the one comment made between YouTube and Instagram is it's a much smaller screen view.
on Instagram or
Here.
YouTube? Here?
Yeah. Because of the comments.
Yes, I'd agree.
So I don't know what you can see. This is
Oh, good God. Yeah, okay. But I mean, I guess if you're on a computer, it's not so bad. So we also today launched up a bunch of the Tactile Knife Company Rockwall thumb studs, anodized. Thank you to everybody because those went gangbusters, and we've had a lot of requests to do more. We're gonna work on that. So for some time over the weekend, let's see if I can get that. I just can't get this to show up worth a damn on here. And it's even tough to photograph, but this is our purple and scratch bronze finish. The reason we can't anodize that pocket clip is because it's stainless steel, but we did bronze all the hardware, and it's good looking.
parts like that.
That's better. Yeah, but then you got to keep up with the comments quick. Also coming up, we've got tomorrow, I think launching at noon, we've got some ZT 0308s with LMF Joe scales that are carbon fiber. And this is a textured carbon fiber. I think these are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I think this will be our carbon fiber Friday launch for noon or around noonish tomorrow. Just can't. Like on Instagram, I'm used to where to hold it.
No, it comes across.
Okay. But good looking. And considering that you get the knife, the scale, it's a really good package deal. Package. What else is coming up? So we also kind of talked about this right at the end of the other show, but we've got some Hinder XM18 3.5 Spantos and S45. We talked about Hinder getting, let's see, I can't keep, Hinder just had a massive storm roll through their area. Did we ever figure out that did somebody else agree it was called a Dericho? Derecho. Derecho. Something like that.
It was stated you were pronouncing it wrong.
I'm pronouncing it wrong. Who gives a shit? Derecho, something like that. Go look it up, because that's what just rolled through Hinder. And if you just type that into Google, it pretty much pulls up the news story on it. And they got hit really, really hard by a massive storm. And they're without power. So it's going to be a while before we get some Hinders again. But we do have a batch of XM18 3.5 Spantos and S45, and we'll try and launch those. Probably going to be next week. I'd like to get it done over the weekend, but reality is next week. Also coming up, we've got some Wilmot custom knife Scarns. Now that's the best show. Like that shows off this knife. That upswept blade. These things are monstrous. So we've got some of those launching and also some of his NNKs. And I talked about the NNK earlier, how thick that is. It is a very thick folder. So we'll have those. Gonna try and get those launched over the weekend. And then next week, I'm hoping we'll get everything straight with Nick Nichols and we'll have some of his prototype folders available for the first time. This is the Mini Guppy. And then we also will have the Mini Gonzalez Mini Cleaver version. So Nick is definitely getting these dialed in. So really looking forward to when the full production comes as well, which I think is going to be in the fall. But good looking knife. and Nick's getting on a roll with these things, so keep an eye out.
Nick
Really,
Gator roll.
the more I keep sitting here, like I flipped this a lot during Instagram, and flipping it now, I really do. I mean, I really love the size of this. This is like that 3 1/4 inch, almost like for you Hinder fans, it's almost that MP1 size. It's a really nice size. Yeah, I mean, it really is. So see where we can go with those. I'm excited to see what all Nick can do. I think that's it. And then I said last week we'd get the Stroop knives up this week, and we didn't. But we're working on them, and hopefully this weekend. So they're making some really awesome stuff. But that's it on the updates. We got any questions? I feel like I'm just in part. I said this last week. I feel like I'm part of Groundhog Day. There's got to be a better format to do this. Better way to do this.
Multiple cameras, multiple platforms.
I think that's the only way to do it. But then I'm constantly just looking. I don't know. I've got goofy eyes anyway. Nobody will be able to tell where I'm looking.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
I don't know. So that's the quick run through of knives. So let's, I said trying to get people over here, that we'd work on getting, doing some giveaway stuff. And the stuff I had out for it, I can't find now.
It's also more difficult to tell like how many people are on than it was with Instagram. So
Yeah, I mean it's guys. This is just going to take some adjustment to figure out how we want to do this. So I apologize. This is our best middle finger to Instagram we can come up with. So it'll take some time to figure out. Oh, here's some insider information. So if nobody else knows this, the only place we're posting this on Instagram. So this weekend at some point. And I'm not going to tell you which day, but sometime in the middle of the afternoon, either Saturday or Sunday, we're going to drop some Hinder Eclipse full tie scales textured. So I don't think there are many of these out there, and a lot of people are wanting them. It's not very many, but we're not going to promote it. We're not going to tell anybody. So the only way anybody's going to know about it is from watching this show. Also, we've got just a few sets of Hinder XM18 3.5 black nitride scale or hardware, so we'll drop those as well at the same time we drop the Eclipse scale. I would look for that drop to happen sometime mid-afternoon, either Saturday or Sunday. So also coming up, we do have more tactile turn pins coming in, and we've got more tactile knife company knives coming in next week, so we'll get to work on anodizing those as soon as they show up. What else? I feel like I'm missing shit. Completely missing stuff. So, all right. You know what?
it's part of the problem trying to do two in a row.
2 shows. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. I got and I have no idea how to keep up, but it seems like things run better on YouTube. So let's do this. I have 2 copper Sasquatch filler tabs that are available. So the first 2 people I see say in, I'll ship them to you for free. And the comments went away. That excludes
Inhale Tide Pods.
that excludes Inhale Tide Pods.
David
So-
Nyhoff. Nichols.
Inhale Tide Pods, and who was the other one? David
Nyhoff. Nyhoff.
David Nyhoff. All right, guys. So Inhale Tide Pods and David Nyhoff. Y'all both shoot me emails. Scott@usmablade.com.
2 T's.
And shoot me emails. I'll get them mailed out to you. So y'all can stop saying in. This one's done. I had some other stuff I was going to try and do tonight, but I'm just not organized enough on this, so I'm not going to do it. So I'll leave you guys with the story. So,
No, I'd
Unless-
just go ahead and tune it out. Don't worry, don't even,
what?
just turn it off.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you're just a dick?
I want to hear the story.
It's not that great of a story, but it's worth
I
sharing.
don't want to hear it.
So, no, and that's, everybody's heard stuff like this, but
That's the,
we have stuff like this happen maybe once a year. Unfortunately, it happened to this guy. So, and I still swear, USPS needs to change, like their entire slogan needs to be changed from whatever it is. What is their slogan now? It used to be rain, sleet, snow.
oh, I think it's,
Fail.
we'll try and fuck you.
Yeah, it's no, but I think USPS needs to change their slogan to something like, it'll get there eventually. Like it needs to be dot, eventually. But I mean, the crazy thing with USPS, like with UPS, if it's lost, it's lost. It's gone. You're done. You're fucked. It's once UPS realizes it's lost, the chances of them finding it or recovering it are slim and none. Whereas USPS, you can be surprised months later, which we're finding out. So we had a new kid working for us, and we got a bunch of hardware that we accidentally shipped out first class, and no tracking, no nothing, and we knew we were screwed. And quite a few people after weeks were like, it ain't showing up. And finally, after about 3 weeks, everybody was really patient. We appreciate everybody that was really cool about it. After about 3 or 4 weeks, I finally just had to go to everybody and be like, we'll refund you. So now, not only did I find out that we screwed up with the shipping labels, which that was on me. The first class part with no tracking was on me. But then the new kid got some stuff backwards and then somehow reversed some stuff. We're not really sure what went on. So we have hardware showing up to people that never ordered it. But then inside there's the shipping information and the
Packaging slip.
packaging slip. Thank you. And so people were being very honest, and I'm like, I'll send you a shipping label, our bad. So everybody's been really cool about it. But we have one guy in particular, so this just cracks me up. I love this. So he hits me up, and this was a knife. This was not hardware. But anyway, we shipped a knife out for this guy on March 28th
Of this year.
of this year. USPS, and this is the true tracking. Show it quickly so it doesn't have his personal information on here. March 28th, USPS in possession of item. March 28th, that was at 4:44 p.m. At 5:17 p.m. the same day, March 28th, departed the post office. March 28th, the same day, 11:24 p.m. Arrived at, and this typically when it arrives at the regional facility is when tracking will start working. So anyway, 11:24 the same night, it arrived at our Mid Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina distribution center. That's good news. On March 29th at 6:45 a.m., so the next morning, this thing's moving right along, it departed the USPS Charlotte, North Carolina distribution center. And then on April 2nd, so only 3 days later, we can live with that, right? 3 days later. I mean, this isn't good, but this isn't terrible. It says in transit to the next facility. Doesn't tell me where it is. Doesn't tell me where it's going. It just says in transit to the next facility. That's not uncommon. We're all used to seeing stuff like that when we're tracking our packages. That was April 2nd. Next update. June 6th, arrived at USPS Regional Destination Facility, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Distribution Center. No real update on where it's been from April 2nd. What is it? April, May? It's
2 months.
2 months and 5 days. 2 months and 4 days later. Arrived at the USPS regional destination, then departed it, and then on June 7th, it arrived. safe and sound.
It got there.
Exactly how we scheduled it. Meanwhile, we had already sent out a replacement. The guy had already gotten it. I'm dying on this one. But we've seen him back way before we did the live show.
You sent him a replacement. He got the replacement. Then he got this one.
Oh, he's had the replacement for been using it for 2 months. I mean, it's literally I think he contacted me within about 3 weeks, and I was like, and this guy was a very patient son of a bitch. No, what do we do? What do we do? But good God, and unfortunately, guys, stuff like this happens, and everybody's got their stories. Still, one of my favorites was back in the day. We shipped a knife to Italy, and then it didn't show up. Finally, we just shipped a replacement. We were screwed, and this was back where it hurt. It hurt to do something like that, and then literally like a year and 2 months later, the guy sent me a message. He's like, "You're never gonna believe what just showed up." It's like a year and 2 months later, and he was so excited. He's like, "Now I have a backup." He paid me for it. Like, I didn't even have to pay for a return shipping label. It was perfect. But anyway, that's all we got for tonight. We're gonna organize this. We'll get better at it, or possibly do both at the same time. Not really sure, but we'll figure it out. But right now, I want to keep the YouTube thing going as well. So sorry, not the best shows tonight, but we'll get better. Actually, it'll probably get worse before it gets better. Anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in. Get a USA Made blade. Get yourself something sharp.
Knife!
And anybody else got anything to add? Buy knives.
Don't be a bitch.
Appreciate everybody tuning in, especially if you watch both of these horrible shows. We'll have fun next week.